Yo, hello guys, it's Guyver here again from Clan Chimera, and today we're going to do a tribute video, more based on teamwork and how to most effectively use it. Okay, so me and a few friends and the clan members have been running this a shit ton since it come on, and you know, I really enjoy this game mode at the moment. It's overtaken Dominion for me. Really enjoy it. We're getting quite a lot of success, so I just thought I'll make this video just to give you, I don't know, just a bit of insight, bit of advice into sort of tactics and whatnot, how to best play as a team. I mean, obviously it changes every game, who you're playing and whatnot, but there are certain steps that you can take to increase your likelihood of winning, should we say. So what we're going to do is just break it down in a few little sections. Some of them are obviously pretty simple, but we're just going to see what happens. So basically, number one on our little list, play with people you know. It sounds stupid, sounds obvious, but it is so much more rewarding as a random than it is in a random game, I should say. Closely linked into number two is team cohesion, and to a more important part is communication. So there we go. You want to be in a position where you're communicating targets. I have a X, Y, Z on the left, on the right, wherever. I've got a guy, and always be within a position to act. If you win these fights, especially on this mode, especially if you're able to execute them, if you're able to win these little skirmishes, you are going to have a massive advantage because of the timer, the respawn timer. There's something you can really use to your advantage. So this is something that it really is worth noting. When you are playing with friends, you've got a unique ability to know exactly what team you're putting out, which presents you with the option of making the best use of all your feats, which is quite rare, really, to be perfectly honest with you. So you can set up feats to complement each other and the team as a whole. Now, what we're just seeing here is another point that we're going to bring to your attention. You don't actually, it sounds silly, please stick with me, right? You don't need 3 totems to win. Right? Obviously, it's a majority wins at the end, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you should be rushing out to get all 3. Now, in this one here, we're pretty much, we're all in a party, we're all online, we know what we're doing, we know what feats we've got. So we've made this call at this point. Right, this is a pretty hard place to attack unless you're organised, unless you come in together. So we're working as a threesome here to defend this. There's a third guy, a random guy, and we're pretty much at certain points he's following suit, at certain points he's running to get the other guy, the other totem, I should say. But our focus here is to hold these two. So that's pretty much what we're doing. We're digging in, and we are defending it. Now, this is also another thing as well. People seem to think that the way to get high scores, etc., is to run and to get all these totems and whatnot. But whenever you come to a point where you're getting ganked, knowing that your friend is there, close enough, and able to listen and respond, really is a good thing. Okay, right. So we just lost one there, right? Bang, there's another one to put down. Right, we decided to hold these two here, right, because they're the two easiest to defend. The eye on its own is a little bit out there, but you find this in a lot of maps, and a lot of maps, I dare say, they're pretty lopsided. And what I mean by that is that if you spawn at a certain end, you have an end to defend, the likelihood of winning is a lot greater, especially if you're playing with a team. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've won this at both ends, but you tend to find that typically on most maps there's a favourable end to spawn on, and this is probably one of the sort of bigger examples of it, because you can only get in like a couple of ways and you can see him coming a mile off, right? So it's really easy to recon. But back into the game, we've still got the 2. There's a third one there, but we're doing really well, so we decided to just pop it there behind us. There's no need to pop it out on the side. We've got another 5 minutes. Let's get some kills, bit of teamwork practice, and just dig in. And now, because all of our kills that we get in here within range of the artifacts. I'm not entirely sure that's how it works, but because they're all counted as defences, so they're also registering us points and renown for that, you see. So it's not getting the captures per se, but it's still registering as an extra stat. So we've just got one guy here who's just gone for a runner. So obviously I'm going to chase him down. We've already got the second one there to fall back on. Well, we managed to get it off him. So as I push him away, my mate just takes it back. Right, so we're keeping him exactly where we want him at all times. We really are controlling this fight. And you know, for all the people that's going to say this is, you know, a shit group or this is AI, whatever the fuck they want to say, I can assure you we've done this like many times. And the more you play with your team, or you know, your squad or your clan, or however you want to do it, the more you really will get the best out of this game in general, but this mode in particular. It really is like set up for something like this. So I mean, I encourage everybody to try and get into these groups wherever possible, because it's just, I mean, it has been frustrating playing this mode with randoms. Can be really frustrating, especially when there are all the fucking dicks out there that just want to like steal your artifacts, or just otherwise just be a trolly little fuckface, and there's enough of them around. But playing it with your friends or, you know, squad mates, whatever, when it really comes into its own. So getting into here, I'm on the left, my mates know they're there, and then bang, they're just there all the time, and I'm the same for them. It's so refreshing to actually properly play it, I suppose, in the way it's supposed to be, you know, in the way it's intended to be. So look, yeah, we've lost one artifact there. We've already got one down, we've got another one in. Right, so we've got a 2-on-2 at the moment. Right, so in comes another one to help us out. We're always within a certain proximity to each other, and we're always communicating. I mean, this is a way to truly effectively play a team game. So whenever you're coming up against people, you're never outmanned. Do you know what I mean? Like, knowing your boys have got your back. Yeah, you're never a million miles away. So you're not the guy running up there to try and steal a flag or whatnot, and find yourself out in the wilderness and just getting like double, triple teamed all the time, which is fucking frustrating as hell. We've all been there. And I'm not saying, you know, it's a valid thing, and people that want to run and get the captures and all the rest of it to look good, look the shizans and get good points and shit, fair enough, that's down to you. But this is how we play, and this is how we do it, and we find it really successful. And just sort of encouraging people to get involved in that. I would have had our comms on, but for some reason, like, I don't really know why. I didn't hear it in the game, but on the recording, like, my mate's comms are a little bit wobbly. They sound like he's Stephen Hawking. So I'm not even going to bother including that. I'm just going to talk shit over the top of it, just try and explain our thought processes behind it. But yeah, never let your mates down on here. Never let them get ganked, because remember, every one of these little individual duels that you're able to win buys you more time, and it sets them further back, gives them an even bigger task, especially when you're dug in. Because when the timer starts to go down, that's it, people just get desperate and shit and just start running in ones and twos, coming in from all different angles. There's no like cohesion, and as soon as they do that, you just fucking pick them off for fun. Right now, I mean, we've literally had control of this game right from the very beginning, more or less. So I'm just going to go now. I'll sort of try and put this down just to get the cherry on the cake, really. And I mean, as you can see from the kills, like, the scores are cracking up, because like I say, they keep running into a kill zone. They keep running singly or in twos maximum into against 3 or 4 people. You know, and like 90% of the time we're going to come out losing in that situation. But because they haven't got good team cohesion, because they're not working together, and we're just absolutely fucking mauling them. And to prove a point, right at the end, we're going to obviously have a look at the scoreboards, and we've all got like fucking 50 kills between us and about 18 defences or something like that. There's one caught out. But yeah, this is how the game should be played. This is how we like to play. So I thought I'd let you in on it, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the experience. Learn from it. hate it, love it, slate it. It's up to you. Anyway, Guyver, signing out.